Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video, brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, today's date, folks, Monday, July 7th, 2014. I hope everyone had a wonderful long holiday weekend. It's time to get back to the markets. And this is going to be fun, folks, because as we get further and further away from July 4th, we're getting closer and closer to the cycle date, which again means volatility, it means action, it means profits. And that's what we're looking at right here on the charts. And right now you can see the markets are down, which is somewhat peculiar for the first day back from a long holiday weekend on light volume. Markets are bouncing back a little bit this afternoon, as you can see a nice green 10-minute candle here on the SPY. But again, bottom line is we're still down about 55 cents on the SPY. S&P's down 7, NASDAQ is down 28, Dow is down 43.5 points. One thing that's catching my eye today about the markets, folks, which I think is interesting, is that the markets are seeing some sell-offs on the high beta names, which have been leading this market, and these sell-offs are actually pretty solid. Like, one of the things that's catching my eye is the biotech index today, which kind of led earlier this year, one of the last pullbacks on the NASDAQ. And look at this chart on the IBB. And again, this is the biotech index, so it's known for being a little bit more volatile and thus higher beta. But again, look at this fall today. Down almost 2.3%, down $6 on the day. And that's a pretty spectacular move to the downside here. So one thing just to note here, folks, again, if we go to the daily chart, you can see that the IBB's had this miraculous move to the upside, and now a nice red candle here to the downside. Again, other stocks out there that are high beta names that are seeing some weakness, take a look at Netflix. Netflix is down about $9 on the day. That's a pretty big move for Netflix. Netflix last week was just upgraded by Goldman Sachs too, which in my opinion, anytime you see an upgrade at the highs of a chart, it's usually the end run or the end game of this. So we'll see again if that's anything sort of kind of the case of this when it all comes to fruition, if this is kind of marking the top by Goldman Sachs upgrade last week. And again, you can see the price action. Here was your upgrade. You had the gap up and this green candle on the daily. Then you had a pullback, a bounce day into Thursday, and then a bigger pullback today. One thing that you're going to look for here is if the chart trades below the low of the gap up day right here and this trend line. If you get below that, then you should actually look for further downside, in my opinion, on the chart. And it could actually get very, very ugly very quickly, as this stock has gone vertical very quickly as well. Okay, so that's interesting there. Tesla's another name out there, down $5 on the day. You can see Tesla over the last few days has gotten weak. These are all high beta names that are under pressure, and it is something that you want to keep an eye on, because I think the high beta names, when they start to roll, they've been carrying the market. That is where you start to realize that the markets are getting to the end of their run. Okay, going back to a couple other things today, let's quickly take a look at the dollar. The dollar chart basically flat on the day. Notice the pivot high right here, the fall into this down-sloping trend line right here, and then the bounce. Okay, and again, a beautiful little bounce right there back to the upside. And now you're stalling out right into resistance here on the daily chart. Daily chart right here, again, please note that you have the 50 MA, the 20 MA right in this vicinity, and you've had a big bounce off this low. So you would expect a pause day like today to come in. Absolutely. What else are we seeing here? SanDisk today is rolling over a little bit. Micron, see, these are all names that have had big runs lately. If you look at Micron, nice day, down about 2% on the day here as well. And we talked about SanDisk. SanDisk bounced back off the lows a little bit, but again, still showing some weakness out there. Let me just scan through, see what else is moving. IBM's down 40 cents, not a big move there. McDonald's is having a nice drop today, down 77 cents. Now, a couple other things I want to mention. One small cap that just got on my radar here, and again, this stock is a piece of crap, to be honest, but it doesn't mean it can't bounce. NEWL. The stock's just been hammered and hammered and hammered, but it has caught my attention because it's on huge volume today. This is like the biggest volume the stock's seen in a long time. It's actually put in a low here and started to bounce off the lows. Again, this should not be viewed as a long-term investment. If anything, it's a small position as a swing trade, and you're just in and you're out. You try to get 20%, 30%, 50% out of it type thing, and you're just out of it very quickly. And again, it does have a lot, I repeat, a ton of risk involved. But again, this just caught my eye. The stock has just been gotten decimated. I mean, you could look at the chart on a bigger time frame, and it's even more ugly than this. But again, the stock's almost back to the flat line now, barely down. Was at 10 cents today. The lows were at 10 cents. It's back to 14 cents. And that's a big reversal on good volume today. So it is possible, in my opinion, that you could be putting in a bottom here on the chart and beginning to make its way to the upside. I think this could probably go back to the 200 MA here. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Where's your first support? I think, yeah, probably right here. This would be your short-term target, which is right around 23 cents or so, which is, believe it or not, I mean, that's a huge gain. That's like a 70% gain on the stock if it were to get back there. Wow, look at this. Now it's moving up even more, starting to advance. I think this is going to ease. Now it's green on the day. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I grabbed a little here myself, so we'll see if I can't get, maybe to that 20-plus cent level in the next few days or so, maybe even earlier than that, the way this thing's trading. So we'll keep our eyes on it and track it accordingly. Let me just kind of scan through here, and I just want to put out a sell order on this position as I'm getting it kind of situated here. There we go. Yeah, this is going to go higher. This is going to break 15 cents here, guys. Nice break, too. All right, so in any case, nice little action there on NEWL. And again, turning green, and we'll see where it ends today, but I like the reversal. The stop would be any move below this low. If it breaks this low again, then you just get out immediately. So you're basically risking 4 or 5 cents to the downside to potentially get 10 cents to the upside. It's not a bad risk reward, and it's printing 15 cents now. Look at this, up 4% already on the day after being down as much as 30%. Wow, impressive. So that's what we have going on here, guys, and just trying to see what else we have on the radar. Let's see here. Bear with me as I'm kind of analyzing. That's a great move there. Fantastic move. All right, that's about it. I'm just kind of looking at this chart as you see Newell starting to trade up, and I'm in this trade now. I have 50,000 shares. Not a ton of shares. If I can make 5 cents on it, though, $2,500 would not be bad. Other stocks out there to keep an eye on here. Let's take a look at Qualcomm, QCOM. Qualcomm down a little bit on the day, but good bounce back again with the market. If we flip back to the SPY here, you can see the SPY's had a nice move up. Still down on the day, though, still showing some weakness, but again, it's a beautiful little move to the upside there, and we'll continue to track it accordingly. All right, I'm going to get going, guys, but come join us at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Again, volatility is going to now start to increase, slow and steady, but it's going to increase. This is where you want to be situating yourself on the day trading side, on the swing trading side, to make maximum amounts of money. And again, cycle date approaching, major things on the horizon. Get it now, profit for life. Come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Take the 7-day free trial. Take care.